welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. My name is Liv. So for today's video, as you can tell by the title, whatever the title is, I'm not sure what I'm going to title this yet. Probably something fall related or related to the palette. But I did want to dabble into the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette once again. Last time I pretty much stayed on this side of the palette with the more fun colors, and today I wanted to dabble into the more neutral colors, but also add a pop of color. So this is a look that I came up with, which honestly I feel like was surfacing the internet when this palette first came out, probably because it's just on the more neutral side of the palette, but I literally am obsessed with the way that it came out, and it's giving me such fall vibes, and I am so for it, because even though it doesn't feel like fall, I want it to be fall. So yeah, this is a look that I came up with, and if you're interested on seeing on how I created this look, then let's just go ahead and get over this intro and let's keep on watching. Right, so as per usual, to start this look, we're going to go ahead and start off with the foundation first and do the base first. We're going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I normally take 2 pumps of this, and then I'll get another if I need to, or like 2.5. So I just take that on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to be taking my Makeup Shack sponge. It literally has like their brand name right here, and just blend that out. You guys, this is literally like the best sponge hands down that I've ever used to apply makeup. I was so excited whenever Gunnar and I went to Vegas because there's a Makeup Shack store in Vegas, so I literally made it a mission to make it out there. And I was gonna buy like a few of these, but I ended up just buying 2 because they had another one that literally looks like one of the Morphe sponges, so I just bought this one. So I bought 2 of these and then one of those so I could try it. But no, this is literally the best beauty sponge I've ever used. And with that second pump, I'm just kind of going in the areas where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. And for my concealer today, I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I like to take my darker, more natural skin tone shade on the outside underneath my eyes. This one is in natural beige. And then I'll place some on my forehead and my chin and my lips. And then I go into my lighter shade, which is Vanilla. And I'll place that one directly underneath my eyes. And while I let that sit for a bit, I'm also going to go ahead and clean up the underneath of my brows with my lighter concealer as well. Alright, and now I'm just blending that out. And normally I would take this a lighter shade of concealer on top of my eyelid to prime my lid for the base. However, I don't want to use concealer as my eyelid base today. I'm going to use the actual eyelid primer. So I just went ahead and left it bare, but did use concealer to conceal underneath my brows. And so I do like to just blend that out a little bit. And then of course, blend everything else out. And to set my under eyes, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia loose powder, and I'm just taking that same sponge and dipping it into the powder, and I'm just pressing it right underneath my eyes. Alright, and then I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Light, and you guys know I've been loving this one, or maybe you don't, but I did use this one in my one of my last tutorials, and I love this one to set the entire face. That's also another technique that I've been doing lately, is setting my whole entire face with the sponge and with powder, just because it really honestly just helps lock in your makeup. But honestly, this powder foundation is so good, and it just makes your face look so airbrushed. And when I'm doing my makeup, I always keep some like tissues or like a small little rag napkin or something, just so I can like wipe my fingers, because like with my nails, I get foundation all over my nails and it's kind of annoying, so I always keep that on deck. And also some hand sanitizer. I don't know, I just like to put some hand sanitizer to just clean my hands, because my hands feel so gross from like my sponge when I'm doing my foundation. So I always put some like after I do my concealer and pretty much set my face. And then again when I like clean up everything when I'm almost done with the face. But I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera and prep my lids for the look, and then I'll be right back a little bit zoomed in so we can get started with the eyes. Alright, so to prep my lids, I went ahead and used the Morphe eyelid primer, and we're going to be going in with the Jackie Aina palette. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this brown shade called Credit, and I'm taking that one with a tiny little brush. This one's a Morphe M506, and I'm going to be taking that one literally directly into the crease. And I don't want to take very much of that shade just because I literally want that to be the depth of the look. As you can see when I open my eyes, you really can't see much of it, and that's what I'm going for. So I just packed it in, and now I'm just lightly blending it out. But again, I want to keep the focus of this color in the crease. I don't want to blend it out up too much. Alright, now I want to go into this shade here, Edges, and I'm taking that one with a Morphe M513, which is kind of a pointed blending brush. Not super fluffy, but enough fluff to blend out. And again, I'm just taking this one on top of that other color. And then we're just going to work on blending those two colors together. Now I'm going to go back with that darker shade Credit and the first brush that we used. And I'm just going to kind of place a little bit more to just help blend out those two shades. But literally when I say a little bit more, I mean just a little bit more. You don't want to put too much, but I just want to add a little bit more to help blend these two shades out together. Then I'm going back with that bigger blending brush that we had to, again, just work on blending these two together. And I'm not adding any more color onto this brush. I'm just going back with the same one and helping blend it out. Now I'm going to try to take as little much of the shade as I can, this shade Ginger here. And with the Morphe M441, I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the top of all these colors. And with that M441, I'm just gonna use that brush to blend everything together up top. Then I am gonna go ahead and real quickly take the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette, and I wanna dip into their banana shade here, which is called Vanilla Cream. And I just wanna sweep that into my brow bone area. Now going back into the Jackie Aina palette again, we're going to take this shade right here, which is Credit again. And with that same Morphe M506, pretty much we're just packing this color into the outer and inner corner of the eye. And I'm just going to go in and cut the center of my lid to give it that halo eye effect and make the shadow that I place on the center pop a little bit more. So as I've done very many cut crease kind of looks in my tutorials, I like to place it in my eyelid, look up, and then it pretty much lets me know how far up I need to take the concealer. And then I'm going to be taking this shade here, which is Sponsored, and I'm literally just applying that with my fingertip. Then to just get in the actual crease, I'm going to be taking a brush just to make sure that we get it pretty precisely. So that is what the eye pretty much looks like now. I'm going to go ahead and do that to this eye, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer, and I'm taking my Morphe M527, this super fluffy bronzer brush I literally love, and I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks. And I'm taking that same bronzer and a Morphe E62, which is just like an angled brush, to contour my nose. And with my Makeup Revolution banana powder and my Makeup Shack sponge, I'm going to be taking the powder to clean up my contour for my cheeks and my nose. Then I'm taking my Master Chrome highlight from Maybelline. I use the one in the shade Molten Gold, and I just use a fan brush to apply it. I literally just apply it everywhere where the sun would catch. Then I'm taking my Milani Baked Blush in Coralina, and with this Morphe E4 brush is what I'm using to apply it. And you just want to apply it to the literal apples of your cheeks and pretty much where you apply your highlight. Alright, and now I'm just dusting off all of that banana powder baking. And then for my under eyes, I'm pretty much just gonna copy the order I did on the top of my lid right under to the bottom. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz my face and then apply a little bit of more highlight onto the cheek area. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara and lashes off camera, and then I'll be right back to finish up the look. Alright, so I went ahead and changed my shirt and also did my lashes, like I said. So to finish up the look, you guys probably already know and are sick of it, but I'm sorry, I love it. I'm taking my NYX lip liner in Nutmeg and my Morphe lip gloss in Freebird. And after I apply my lip liner on the outer portion of my lips, I like to go in with chapstick before I go with the lip gloss, just to kind of like help smear the lip liner better, but also just to have chapstick underneath the gloss to where my lips don't feel chapped. And this is pretty much the finished look. So that is it for today's tutorial, you guys. If you've made it all the way through, thank you so much for watching. So that wraps up today's video for look number 2 with the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And I literally am so obsessed with this look. I feel like a lot of people were doing this look kind of when the palette first came out. Which is totally understandable because it's with all the neutral colors with that pop of that duochromatic color on the shade in the center of the lid. So totally understandable, and this shade is literally so freaking pretty. But I really do like the way that this look came out. So by now I've pretty much got a chance to play with the whole palette because in my last look, if you guys got the chance to watch it, I used this side of the palette, and now I got to use this side of the palette. So I've pretty much gotten a feel for it. I really do like this palette. The shade range is great because like it has those fun colors and also the neutral colors that I used today, with also your pops of shimmers. And the shimmers, honestly, I love the formula of them so much. Also the shadows are super pigmented and I feel like they blended out pretty well. And before you go, if you would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed already, as well as hit the notification bell right next to it. That way you don't miss whenever I upload a new video. And also you can keep up with me on all my other social media platforms, which are Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, which will be linked down in the bio as always. That is it for today's video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye my loves.